coming in hot, Chinchy. What's going on, cuz?
Coming in hot, hot. Great weekend. Good weekend. You had a good weekend?
Great weekend, dude. Great weekend. Bro, this leg. I tried to drive. This weekend. No bueno, dude. No bueno. I can't drive. My butt goes like, it's like I'm sitting on.
Oh, and
like,
you gotta
they
step
cut
on
me,
the gas and the brake. And...
dude. They cut me right under my butt, and then down my leg. It's a 7. It feels, and then they stapled it, not stapled it. They screwed my hamstring down to the sit bone, Dr. Kremchek. It feels like I'm sitting on 4 golf balls at all time. No, Chinch. No, stop it. I figured out what it feels like. This is what I feel like 24 hours a day. In my inner thigh, but on my hamstring, right underneath, inner hamstring, on the underside. I feel like, you ever have somebody come up and pinch the back of your arm? And you're like, hey, dude.
Yeah, yes.
Like hard, and you're kind of pissed. Like, I'm sure Rob's done that. Like,
no, my grandmother. Like
your grandmother.
It hurt.
I feel like your grandmother is pinching me, my leg, my hamstring, as hard as she can, and I have a rash there, a blistery rash. That's what it feels like. So it feels like your grandmother's coming up, pinching a blistery rash, but there's no rash, there's no nothing. I think it's where the hamstring's tacked down. That's why when I go to sit down, I'm like, oh my!
I don't know how you're
5 weeks, dude. What are we doing?
I don't know how you haven't like passed out from pain. It's unbelievable. That's crazy.
Gosh.
Wow.
But it's getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely, dude. Time takes time. You know what I'm saying?
Right, well,
Chicks, what'd you do this weekend, dude? Hang on. What'd you do?
Dude, I have like it's weird. I have the way my job is now. Like I know what a weekend is like again anymore. I was like more like a late night crazy guy before with works, and now I'm like, oh, weekend I relax.
Yeah, nice. Dude.
I try to relax. Got a little pool. Got a little sun.
Got the pool action going. Nice.
Yeah,
dude.
man, sun action. Dude, if I would have told you, I don't know, before the season, for best 3 records in baseball right now. Detroit Tigers, Chicago Cubs, Milwaukee Brewers.
No way, dude.
Game behind them, the Toronto Blue Jays and the Dodgers reeling, which we will get to. But how about these teams atop the baseball leaderboard world?
Dude, you got to love it. There's so many places to start. I want to start with the Brewers, though, dude. Because, first off, they're friends of the show. Thanks, Mike Vassallo, for getting all the guys. But if this isn't, I mean, I feel like Pat Murphy handpicked these dudes. Like, like even Caleb Durbin, who came over in the deal for Devin Williams, him and Nestor Cortez, like, oh, he's one of the top prospects for the Yankees. Then you go watch this guy play. You're like, oh, my gosh, this guy couldn't be more of a Pat Murphy guy. Like, just hard-nosed, big hits, plays the game, diving into the bases. Like, it's incredible watching him play. I love it. Jackson Churio has been really good at the top there. Contreras. Andrew Vaughn's been great since he's come over, dude. Finally has a home. He's in winning baseball, not with the White Sox anymore where they're just losing 120 games. He's actually winning ball games, getting big hits. Got a couple, knocks again yesterday. That guy Collins in the 4-hole. Durbin, Perkins, Ortiz at short, Haas catcher. We're not even mentioning Yelich. Dude, Reese Hoskins, they have some gamers. They're not like household names besides Yelich, but Terang's banged up a little bit. I think Mitchell's banged up a little bit, but they have they're just, when you watch the Brewers play, they just keep coming for you, dude.
Yes.
They keep coming for you.
And they run down your throats, dude. Most stolen bases in the National League with 115. They trail only the Rays. But in a National League, they run more than anybody, dude. They are nonstop down your throat.
And, dude, they're running in your face. Singles turn into doubles, running right and got nothing better than when you see a guy hit a ball, guy lollygags coming up as the outfielder, bam, there goes Durbin right in your face, or Trang, whoever it is, bam, they're right in your, and that's Pat Murphy, man. Play it hard, play it right, play baseball. They're getting bunts down. They're bunting for hits. They're doing it like not the new way. The new way. They're doing it the old school. Dude. They're getting bunts down. They're hitting and running. They're moving guys over. They're getting guys in. Get them over, get them in. Like, they're one of the best teams in baseball, Chinch. They've won 10 in a row. They just swept the Dodgers in L.A. This team's real, dude. And you got Peralta, who's doing his thing. Freddie's been great. Woodruff is back. Husky's legit. All-star. I mean, they got some thunder. Quinn Priester punched out 10 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like the back end of the pen with McGill, and then Uribe today just throwing 99, 100-mile-an-hour bowling ball, two seamers, like, and Murphy's just in the dugout going, yeah. So I expect. This is what I expect. This is how we play. This is what they did last year. This is what they're doing again this year. This is a good team.
Yeah, and you say we've had a lot. First of all, we have had Pat Murphy on. You know him well. We've had a lot of his players on. Almost every single time you mention what's it like playing for Pat Murphy, the first thing they do is laugh.
Right.
But it's not like, oh, he's like our best friend. It's like he's fun and funny, but the respect level and the like, we do what he tells us to do. Like, he's the boss. He's the, like the captain of the ship. It's like, it's almost like military. He comes off like kind of like a military guy, and they play kind of like a militant style of baseball. It's pretty impressive.
Dude, that's so good. And you know what, man? My best managers have been that way. I feel like my two best managers were Terry Francona and Jim Leland. And that's what you felt with Jim Leland. Jim Leland was like, be on time and play all out. And I remember one time, Skip came in one time. He's like, okay, guys, hey, listen, everybody on the line for the national anthem, I want team stretch. And we're like, he goes, different rules when you're losing, guys, because everybody's accountable to somebody. When Dave Dombrowski starts calling me, wants to know what's going down here, now I'm in the clubhouse and I'm saying, okay, this is what's going on. We got to tighten the reins up a little bit because we're not winning by just stretching on your own, not being out there for the national anthem. We're getting our butts kicked. So I want everybody on the line for national anthem. I want everybody out there for team stretch, and I want no friends, no relatives, nobody in the clubhouse until we start winning. And he says there's different rules when you're winning or losing. So you go, okay, Jim Leland's one of the funniest guys ever. He's a great communicator, but you know who the boss is. And you know who you're playing for when you take the field. Same with Terry Francona. Terry Francona is one of the funniest guys I know. But you knew he was the boss. You knew when guys were in or out of the lineup. You knew he had a rhyme or reason for why he did things, right? That's Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy, you know where you stand. And I tell you what, like, I don't know if you remember early in the year, he dropped Jackson Churio down in the lineup, and Jackson wasn't too happy. And Murph's like, listen, he's going to get it going. But right now we need production. We got to be accountable. I got to be accountable to the lineup I put out there. If guys aren't producing at the top of the lineup, I got to go. Look at Dave Roberts right now. Mookie Betts not swinging the bat well, really not swinging it well, almost an out.
Dude,
they put him in the leadoff spot today to try to get things going, and Ohtani hit second. I can't remember the last time they did that, dude.
No, dude, and let's stay there. What Mookie Betts actually said, he's like, They're like, what are you trying? And he's like, I don't know, because I've never been this bad at baseball in my life. He said he said it, but great, honest answer. Like, I'm trying everything because I have never had a stretch like this in my life. Like, and the guy's one of the greatest baseball players of our generation, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
dude, do you remember when spring training broke? Remember he got sick.
He got sick and he lost so much. He lost like 15. He was like 100.
Yeah, he got like. It was like 165. Like,
great point, dude.
And
he has not recovered.
That's what I mean.
Like, he's gained weight and stuff, but like he said, that was like really hard for him to do. Dude, you ever get like, remember like, even like when you played high school sports, like when you got like a stomach bug or something, it would be a week. And I like playing a high school baseball game to be like, get your win back. I can't imagine playing 162 games after that.
Well, and remember when they opened up in, I think, LA, he was like, I'm playing. Because Betts isn't going to play. He's a $165, whatever. He's not feeling good. He's lost a lot of weight. Next thing you know, he plays, and he's played ever since because he's a gamer. He's one of the best players, of all time, probably when it's all said and done. But at the end of the day, you have to think right out the gates, he's playing catch up with that. Like, I don't know if he had like food poisoning. I don't know what he got, but he got some sort of bug. Got some bad sushi, dude. Got some bad sushi. It's like the time when I was in 2008 when I went over to Japan. I think I might have told this story, but I went over there. And I ordered California rolls. The guy looked at me like, I don't speak English, but we definitely don't have California rolls. And I was like, all right, let's go. Here we go. We in Tokyo? We're not in Little Tokyo in New York, are we?
Next thing you know, you're biting the eyeball off of like a live mackerel or something like that.
Yeah. I'm like, give me the tuna with rice.
That's nice. So, are you concerned about the Dodgers? Are you actually
I
concerned?
kind of am. I'm not going to lie to you because we're still doing the whole thing with, hey, Shohei's going to give you 1 inning and 2 innings and 3. Shohei's got to give me some innings now. Now he's got to get Glasnow's back. You know, I don't think that Snell's coming back. You know, he's in the rehab, couple starts. Dude, their rotation hasn't been there all year long. Yamamoto's just been okay after he started dominating those first couple months. So Betts isn't hitting. You know, since I don't know exactly the numbers, but in June, Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman's OPS was not good, like under 7. And I feel like as they go, the team goes. Edmund hasn't been great. You know, Pages has scuffled a little bit. Like Conforto's hitting a $170 and still starting. I don't know, man. I am worried about I'm a little worried about the Dodgers, actually.
Yeah. And how about this, dude? Not only did they get beat up by the Brewers, they have lost 6 times to the Brewers this month. The Brewers have the Dodgers number, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. I don't know.
They beat them in Milwaukee and LA. That's incredible.
Yeah. All right. So now, again, go back to the bright side. What is it about the Toronto Blue Jays? And then I want to spin it into, oh my God, this All-Star break in New York here, Yankees, sky is falling. It's all over.
Now they're winning again.
Managed. Anthony Volpe should get cut. Like, not even like sent down. It's just cut him. That's how this town works, man. It's unbelievable.
So
and then,
ridiculous, dude.
of course, a couple nights ago, Volpe goes out and hits bombs left and right. And, let me ask you this real quick. Rod went on a podcast the other day and said, okay.
Tell me what he said.
he said Volpe's his approach is awful, and if he ever hits like 20-something home runs, he's going to wind up batting 100 because he has the worst approach. Like he crushed him pretty hard.
Right. Well, he said he sometimes sees them like swinging uphill, which I think Volpe gets in trouble uphill. As a matter of fact, if you go watch I think Volpe knows it too. If you go watch the 2 home runs the other day, he was really flat. He was like, boom. It wasn't like sometimes he loads on his legs, and when he loads down. And when you load down, and you have nothing but to do but come up. And what are these guys in the big leagues trying to do? They're trying to hit upper rail, So if I'm loading down, I'm coming up and out, as opposed to almost staying into that hip and watch him just like, boom. You know what I mean? So I think Volpe's going to be fine, dude. I think Volpe's going to get hot, to tell you the truth. And he's on pace for 18 bombs, 85 RBIs. He has over 50 RBIs. Isn't the job in baseball to score more runs than the other team? Isn't that what it is? You win because you score more runs than the other team. You want guys that drive in runs. I got a shortstop that has 52 RBIs or whatever, and we still got a second half to play, and he's on pace for 18 to 20 homers. He get 20 home runs. Like, and he's going to play Gold Glove short. I'm going to take that. If he gets me up to 230, 240, that's what the good nowadays, whatever, So, listen, not everybody's A-Rod. Not everybody's Jeter. At the end of the day, and Anthony Volpe is going to be just fine, dude. Nobody works harder than he does. He's in the cages all the time. It's a great routine. He knows what he's doing. So I'm not so concerned about that. I'm not concerned about the Yankees. Congratulations to Judgy with his 351th home.
I was going to say, speaking of not everybody's somebody, not everybody's Aaron Judge, man. That dude is amazing.
It's incredible.
You said it early on in the season. You go, he's the best hitter in the universe, and people got on our page and they're like, "Oh, I think you're forgetting a couple guys." No, I think
no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're just saying that all year long. He's not. We're not forgetting anybody. Ohtani, not as good. Who else?
Doesn't matter. You can't.
Not as good. They're not as good.
He might win. He's going to win.
Petro Armstrong, not as good. Good player, not as good as not as good as Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh's having an incredible year. He's not as good as Aaron Judge. He's not. And Amsinger and those guys talk about he's a catcher. I get that. That is a big thing. But Aaron Judge is going to continue to put up these humongous numbers, and he does it every year. I want to talk about the Blue Jays.
Let's go,
dude. Real deal. They are for real, and I love how they're doing it, dude. Springer comes out the gates hot. Guerrero goes deep yesterday, 2 for 3. Bichette had a couple more hits, closing in on 800 OPS. Alejandro Kirk's hitting over 300. Addison Barger might be the MVP of that team. Wasn't even on the club at the beginning of the year. He gets called up. Davis Schneider, he's got a 794 OPS. All he does is hit tanks when he plays. Loper Fido, who they got in a trade last year, he's doing well in a role. Ernie Clements swinging the ball at the top at the top of the lineup. Like Barrios has been really good. Gosman's been really good. The bullpen's been pretty much lights out. Bassett's been really good. Like it's a good ball club. And I'd be shocked if Ross Atkins isn't trying to make a deal at the deadline. Because dude, the Yankees are a really good team. Make no mistake about it. But the Blue Jays are 3 games up right now. Boston's coming. They're making a run. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They won 10 in a row coming into the break. But Boston's 5 back. The Yankees are 3 back. Tampa Bay's still in at 6.5 back. But who'd have thought? We just talked about the Brewers, and we're on to the Blue Jays at 58-41. Then you're talking about the Tigers, dude, who are 59-40, but they've lost 6 in a row. They're kind of reeling a little bit. They need Scuba. They need somebody to just get a spot start where, boom, back on the winning.
Yeah. And by the way, props to Bo Bichette. I mean, for the past year or so, everybody's like, yeah, you know what? It might not be the guy. He might be not. He's got the 3rd most hits in baseball.
He's the guy.
So it's Aaron Judge, Trey Turner, Bo Bichette hits.
Dude, Bo Bichette hits. And good for Bo, man. Had a down there last year. Really only played 80 games, I believe. He had the calf injury most of the year. A couple other injuries, hammy maybe. But Bo Bichette rakes. And he's doing it again this year. He's hitting for some power. He's going the other way. He's driving in runs. He's playing a good shortstop. So I think we forgot about Bo Bichette last year. And we looked at the Toronto and go, what's wrong with Toronto? Well, they were banged up. Springer had a terrible year. Bichette was banged up most of the year. Guerrero obviously had a great year. But now Addison Barger wasn't even on the team last year. Or a little bit he was. He had under 200, though. He wasn't really a factor. He's got a lot of confidence going. I mean, this is a fun team, Chich. This is a fun team. But Bo Bichette, you're exactly right, dude. Good for Bo, for being back in it, for being ready to go, for, staying healthy. And no one goes the other way better than Bo Bichette as far as, like, just hitting a bullet the other way on a single line drive, whatever. So he's a huge reason why they're having such a good year.
Yeah. Now, on that point, they are winning. Yankees are a good team. How much better are the Yankees if they get a guy named Eugenio Suárez during his trade deadline?
Bro, I mean, talk about being on fire. He hit 2 home runs on Saturday, I think, and another one on Sunday. He's had 34 bombs. He's lighting it up. I mean,
35 now, bro. He's one behind.
35. Chich, what would you do, bro? The Diamondbacks just crept to 50-50. They're right. I mean, this isn't a good place to be if
right.
If you're hazing.
I think you got to get, well, at this point, you have to maximize that stat line that we just talked about there. Like, and there are rich teams out there. Here's the thing. This is like where it gets into, like, everybody's like, oh, Brian Cashman says, oh, I'm going all in. But what do you got to give up for Eugenio Suárez right now? That guy is going to be a difference. He might be the guy. He might be the trade piece, and not everybody needs him. But the Yankees need a third baseman. He is a third baseman, and the Blue Jays are playing their asses off. The Yankees need to make a move. The Yankees have to give up their whole farm system. Not their whole farm system, but that's the only way you trade him if you're the D-backs, right? He's never going to be.
Well, here's the deal. He's a free agent at the end of the year. You're going to get so much value for him right now. You're going to lose him at the end. If you don't make the playoffs, you're losing him. It's like
you got to trade.
It's like the Angels making the worst move ever when they let Ohtani walk.
Right. Great point.
What are we doing?
Right.
You let Shohei Ohtani walk for what?
Exactly.
You could have got a huge haul back for a playoff run. Here's the thing about the Diamondbacks, where you're in a pickle here. You're 50-50. You're 4.5 back of the wild card. You're even more. You're even more back. I think you're 8 back in the division, right? So I guess the question you have to ask yourself, you're 8 back in the division. Question you have to ask yourself: you got Suarez. He's a free agent. Do you want to try to lock him up? Josh Naylor. He's a free agent of the year. He's having a great year. You can get a haul back for both those guys. Then you go to the rotation. You got Zach Gallen. You got Merrill Kelly, both free agents at the end of the year, who could bring back a haul too. Who every team needs starting pitching. So you're kind of like the Nordstroms. You know what I mean? You're the place people want to shop.
Yeah.
So, but you're 50-50 now, and you're kind of lingering. I almost feel like they got to be sellers with those guys. They got to be sellers.
Yeah, because you can't trust. Like, you can't promise that those guys are coming back, and you're pretty sure they're not. Like, I think Eugenio Suárez is kind of outplaying that market right now in Arizona. I hate to say it.
I think he is too. He's going to get a big deal. He's going to get a nice deal.
There you go. All right.
And
So
also, too, what do you do? What do you do if you're Cleveland? You've won 8 of 10.
man,
You're 2 games below 500. Detroit's finally reeling a little bit, but they're going to really good. Seattle's making a push. The Phillies are a half game up on the Mets. There's some really good stuff happening in baseball. This is going to be an awesome second half.
I think if you're Cleveland, first of all, I think this is like nobody like the Tigers have that. The Tigers are legit. They're a legit like championship level team. I think if you're Cleveland, you just sell your relief pitchers. I kind of think that's what they're going to do. Yeah. What's his name? I'm forgetting the other guy's name. They have the relief pitchers. People, everybody like Mets, Yankees, everybody wants relief pitchers right now. I think you just got to sell them and then figure it out for next year because I think it's a good time to be a seller in that division because you're either I don't know, what are they in a wild card? 4.5 back. Are they better than? They're not even sure if they're better than the Angels who are ahead of them. Are they better than the Rangers? Are they better than the Rays? Are they better than the Red Sox and the Mariners?
Should the Angels sell 49 and 50? This is the first time they've kind of been decent at this late in the season. Almost feel like I'd like to see them go for it. Maybe go get another rotation. Kikuchi's been really good.
They got one guy to sell. Good. They got one guy they could sell right now.
Trout. You'd have to take on Trout's contract too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, and now, by the way, about 3 weeks ago, some people were saying the Red Sox were going to be sellers. The Red Sox are legit.
They're buyers. They're right in it too.
Yeah, the American League East is scary. It's a scary division again.
The Red Sox could actually be buyers and sellers. And not saying they should do this because I think Jarren Duran's one of my favorite players.
Yes, his name's out there, dude.
But you got Roman Anthony, you got Rafaela, you got Abreu, 3 really young dudes that are under team control for a while. And, you got the young kids too. You got Christian Campbell, you got Marcelo O'Meara. You got guys that you can fill spaces there. But Duran could bring something back really nice, a starting pitcher or two. Duran could bring back Zach Gallen or bring back.
How about that? That's interesting. Like
something like that.
Win deals. One of those
Gallen and Naylor.
I like that. That's a great point. I know where you can go though starting today at noon Eastern, where you can go for all your trade deadline stuff. Our boys, dude. Johnny Heyman.
Go see Joel Sherman, John Heyman. You want to see trade deadline stuff? Go to the New York Post. What is it? NewYorkPost.com or whatever. Their podcast. Johnny Heyman is one of our favorite people on here. We're going to see if we can get him on this week, man.
Exactly. So they got
to get Sherman on too. He's big leaguing us.
Yes, he has big leagued us.
I got to get Joel.
I think I got his number. We'll get him. They got this trade tracker. It's gonna be something to keep an eye on, folks. If you want to take a look.
Cool. Right. Where can they find that, Chinch?
NewYorkPost.com, dude.
NewYorkPost.com. Trade tracker. Joel Sherman, John Heyman. They got all the good news.
Sports Plus, dude. It's good stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we'll be back, dude. Trade deadline. We're gonna be around, folks. We gotta do a trade deadline show too. We gotta do everything. We gotta do a trade deadline show. We're gonna hit a bunch of shows this week. Yeah, a bunch of shows this week.
I'm trying to get your grandmother off my leg in a couple days. She's pinching the hell out of me.
Stop driving.
Don't drive.
All right, everybody. We'll see you all week. This is gonna be fun.
Everybody, appreciate you, Chinch. Great seeing you, brother. I'm glad you had a great weekend. I'm so grateful you got this great job too. And everyone out there, thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Stick with us for the deadline. It's gonna be a great week this week. Nothing better than the trade deadline. We'll see everybody mañana.